Well, good evening, and I love you. I'm Heather Peterson Lockhart, and I am the Chieftess. I'm going to do a reading for y'all, but first I'm going to make sure that my camera is set up, because I'm in a new house. I'm in my new home. More importantly, look at my hair. Can you see it? It is brand new and beautiful. Let me see if this is going to work. I feel like I'm in a shadow. Hold on a second here. Let me see if I can do a little different. Whoop! You might just have to make it work this time. Oh no. I pushed the button and I'm not sure what happened. Alright, bear with me, I'll get it. Let's see here. What if I just sit right over here? I think you can see me fine. Ha! Right? I think we'll do that. I think it'll work. Alrighty. Move my little thing over. I thought I had it adjusted. Next time I'll have this figured out before I get on here. But this is the first time, so okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna hope that that works. Ta-da! Happy new moon. Happy solar eclipse in Scorpio. It occurred 2 days ago. We're still in that energy. The energies from the solar eclipse will be in effect for 6 months. So I'm going to do a reading today for all signs, and you can see how it applies for you and what it means in your life in the next 6 months, which is super exciting. So before I give you too much more information, let's go ahead and start here. Let's do this as we're all getting together. Let me take a sip of my drinks, and then I will go ahead and I will tone us with one of my bowls. I have all of my bowls here, but I haven't set up all of them yet. So we're gonna start with this is a throat chakra bowl. Ooh, throat chakra in Scorpio. You don't say. How's everybody doing right now? Feel free to write in the comments. It's a hectic energy, isn't it? Is that you, William? Hi, William. Hi, Pedro. Okay. If you so choose, go ahead and close your eyes. Put your feet flat on the ground if that's an option. Bring your belly button forward. Bring your chest forward, your heart chakra. Pull your shoulders back. Bring your chest forward. Close your eyes. And take a big breath in through your nose. Are you ready? And out through your mouth. Let it go so you can hear it. Ready? Big breath in through your nose. And let it go out through your mouth. One more big breath in through your nose. And let it go out through your mouth so you can hear it. So your body can hear that sigh, that release, that relief. You can see a beautiful turquoise glow at your throat. And you can say to yourself, I am confident in my ability to speak my truth. I speak and I hear the truth. I am one with spirit. I am a tool of God's use. I am a beacon of God's love. And I am an instrument of God's will. All is well with my soul. And so it is. I say those words every single day. Absolutely. That is my goal, to be a gift to God in the joy of my living. What an audacious goal, yes? Ha ha ha. I'm so happy y'all are here with me. So we're in a really intense season. We've entered Scorpio season. We just had a solar eclipse. The effects of this solar eclipse will be in effect for 6 months. eclipses are massive beginnings and massive endings. Excuse me, this is a South Node eclipse. So this is about getting rid of stuff that's no longer working. This is about shutting the door, purging the behaviors and the beliefs that aren't serving you anymore, and learning to believe and behave in ways that do serve you. And so some of you may say, what do you mean? Like, you believe in what you believe. The truth is the truth. The truth is subjective. There is really, I told a story today. Check this out. This is beautiful. I told a story today to a woman. I was having a wonderful conversation about her daughter. And I said, you're going to have your part. And you can only be accountable for your part. You can only see things the way you see things, because others are going to see things the way they see them regardless, right? If you have a situation where one person walks up to another person and just like freaking manhandles them, takes both hands and goes boom up against their chest and like looks at them all defiant, you know? And the other person looks shocked because this person just came up to him and nailed him in the chest. Looks absolutely shocked. And then composes themselves and turns around and walks away. Now you have all these people that witness that, and you pull 3 people out of that audience and you say to them, what happened here? Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? And the one person says, yeah, man, shorty got punked. Like, that person just came up and like handled him. He put his hands all over his chest, treated him like a bitch, and the other one just like walked off, all like punked, totally punked him. The next person says, shit's just crazy, man. I don't even know. Like, one person walked up to another person and pushed them, and then the other person walked away. It was just whatever, right? And then the third person says, I saw an act of compassion. I saw one person completely in a state of chaos, in a place of fear, walk up to another human and put his hands on him and push him in the chest. And I saw another human receive that with compassion, noticing the fear and the dis-ease in the human opposite him, and compose himself and lovingly walk away without confrontation. Those are 3 very different evaluations of the exact same circumstance. So right now, as the world changes, and that's what the world is doing, changing, elevating, consciousness is climbing. We can choose to see it that way, or we can choose to see suffering. I'm sure that some people saw me as suffering when I was climbing out of active alcoholism and addiction. That was really rough. That was really hard. It looked really shitty. I'm sure some people saw it as suffering. I look back and see that as my evolution, my elevating, that I'm climbing from belief systems and behaviors that are freaking killing me. And that degree of pain and struggle, if that's what you want to call it, was necessary for me to grow out of that. Excuse me. So there's a lot of shifting going on in things right now, and we get to choose how we believe in it. We get to choose how we see things. We get to choose the behaviors that we want to focus on. And with that same analogy that I just gave you, you can choose to see the things in your life as transitioning for a greater good. You can choose to see some circumstances as like, man, that sucked. Or you can choose to see, I trust that everything is shifting and transitioning for my greater good. It's my job to figure out how to get in line with that and receive. And it's as simple sometimes right now, especially right now, and that's why I'm taking so long to explain this to you. It's especially important right now to choose to believe something different. Now, you cannot believe something different, but what you can do is think about something different. Speak about something different. When you catch yourself starting to open your mouth, whether it be to yourself or to another, about that thing you don't like, that problem you have, that girl, that guy that did this, immediately shut your mouth. You can speak something good. By speaking about it, you're going to call more of it into your field. If you call someone up and you're thinking about it, when you start thinking about these things, the minute you become aware that you are thinking about some of this stuff, let it go. Simply distract yourself. Pick something else up. I had to learn this when my only go-to back in the day was to take a drink or to do a drug or to engage in a behavior that was problematic for me. Like, that's all I had, right? You stressed me out. Life happened. Whatever. Like, the kids got sick. The kids weren't sick. I mean, you name it, right? I was just going to get trashed because it was just too much for me because I had no skills. And I only had this one belief that everything was doomed and it was all going to be bad. So right now, during this time, and with this energy of the solar eclipse, we get to choose to let go of beliefs and behaviors that no longer serve us. And as I said, it's really difficult to change your belief system overnight. If that were possible, people would do it every day. Goals would be effective. New Year's goals would be wonderful. We're just going to believe something different. Then I'm going to do it, right? But that's not the way it works. The beliefs are deep inside of us. So we can't change the belief overnight. But we can change how we talk about it, how much thinking we choose to give it. And the minute we become aware that we're seeing the situation in front of us in a negative way, I believe it becomes your job to reframe it in a way that is beneficial for you. If you want to be happy, if you want to attract more well-being to you, you get to choose who you are in the scenario and how the scenario plays out. It sounds like La La Land. It sounds absolutely fictitious, but it's simply like, let me put some skin on this. I mean, you can do this with, it's everything. It's the way to live. Shorty gets fired. Oh no, he lost his job. It's so bad. Instead of shorty getting realigned, whoop whoop, moving up on the ladder, elevating and expanding. Like, how beautiful. What if that's your first go-to? Oh my God, did you hear the news? My husband's realigning. Yes, balancing, elevating, moving up, expanding. Oh my gosh, can you believe what's going to be in store for us? Can you imagine? What if we called our friends and behaved like that? Do you understand that instantaneously I turned myself into a magnet for my highest good? I pretty much called in all things beautiful right then and there, right? So this is the time to let go of the thoughts about yourself and the thoughts about the world that don't seem friendly. My best love for you on that is to begin every single day writing down and saying the words aloud, I am a beautiful child of God and the earth is a safe and fun place for me today. Write that and say that. I guarantee you, if you do it every single day for 90 days, you will have a different, higher view, more expanded, loving, compassionate view of yourself and the world around you. I promise you. Do that and get back to me. Those of you who are watching this who have done that with me, comment about what that's done for you. We use mindful mantra manifestation in the Chieftess Living Network. We do it according to the moon cycle. Y'all can join that for free now. The link is below. Come in and join for free and soak up all that goodness in there. Become part of the tribe and learn how to live happier and healthy. Okay, let's see what Spirit has for us today. As I drop cards. Oh, I was gonna say, I hope I got my book. I'm flipping them over. Too many to take. This table's kind of high for me. I'm used to sitting on the floor, to be honest. That's my favorite. I'll take those. Okay. Hello? We're doing a reading, send her love. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. Our overall theme of what's going on, what Spirit is presenting for us today is the Six of Cups. This card is so pretty. I should have put this closer, but I'll learn here. Okay, if you can see this, I forget what the holiday, but in this particular deck in my tarot, this is a Greek holiday where they really just get together and they do it for the fun of it. It is literally about letting your inner child come forth and remembering the pure, simple things in life. Remembering how beautiful life is, to live life in that way, which is a celebratory way. The energy that's presenting for us to work with is the Princess of Cups. The challenge is actually to allow this to awaken, for this to become real, this primal, this twin flame, this can't live without it love, to allow this to come into our lives, to be a real deal. My goodness, what a reading. What we're supposed to do with it is allow it. We're supposed to celebrate it. That's the Ten of Cups right there. We're supposed to rejoice. This is all about family and community. Look, see, they have a new baby there. Everybody's so happy. Look at the abundance of the kingdom in the back. And the outcome is the Devil and the Seven of Wands. So the Devil and the Seven of Wands, and in this particular tarot, the Devil is Noah rising up right there, is about rising up and allowing ourselves to be the authentic versions of ourselves. That there's power in, and that's the Wands, the power and the creativity of allowing yourself to be the authentic version of yourself. And who we should be in this is the Two of Wands and the Six of Swords. They both came out, so I took them both. The Six of Swords is all about, to me, this card is about the universe having your back. This is like you stockpiled it and you've got it. You see here in this card here, she's pregnant. I'm going to have to figure out a better way to do this. Hold on, I'm pulling my own hair. That's not the time for it. Now is it? Okay, here we have this. Do you see? She's pregnant. And those are her ships. She has not only all of her resources that she could possibly need, but she also has all of the tribe. And then the Two of Wands is about being certain and choosing the path. It might be more challenging, but it's the path that we know will light us up. Before I even flip this Goddess card, intuitively I was speaking with another woman today, and I believe that's how Spirit presents things in synchronicity. I just flipped that and I saw it. I wish I hadn't seen it. Anyway, okay. I really believe that this is the time to be the most primal sense of self in a smaller community. This is the time to meet your neighbors and to put together the people in your community who are willing to show up right now and do the do, to find the like-minded who are willing to vibe together. It's really time to make your tribe. And excuse me. It's not your international tribe. It's not your worldly tribe, although that's important. And the thing is, like, when social media, I think, came on the scene, it's been a wonderful connector, and it's been a beautiful thing for so many who maybe don't connect in so many other ways, but this species is suffering by not truly connecting as the mammals we are, It's time to, like, have gatherings where y'all cook together and your families get to know each other and you play and your kids get to know each other and you do things for the joy of being a human and connecting. That may sound so silly, but it is so possible. It is so possible, and it allows every bit of your being to prosper. you have more energy. Your health is better when you are able to live a life where everything is celebrated. That doesn't mean that everything is easy. It means that you understand that it's all part of the great big bigger picture. And if you can show up and be your authentic self, it allows your soul to rise up and to stand up in your community. It allows you to do what you came to do, be who you came to be. That right there is a prosperous community. Do you know? Nobody has to go take care of everybody else. Everybody just has to take care of themselves, be their authentic version of themselves. Imagine that. Perfect little puzzle pieces that fit in divinely when everyone does their part. That guy that does that thing, she does that thing. That girl that does that thing, she does that thing. Everybody does their things together. Ha! Our card is Lilith, and she's upside down, which means we have an alignment message. Lilith is a powerful character in astrology. Lilith is said to be the first wife of Adam, but she wasn't having none of that way where you told her how to do things. So, that's a whole nother lesson. Okay, this says, do you sometimes fear being independent? Huh. Look at this. You may have been conditioned to believe that the only way to have close relationships is to become enmeshed and entangled with others. Do you long for independence and breathing space, yet fear reprisal should you choose to detach from unhealthy companions or situations? You'll need courage for the alignment task Lilith asks of you. Walk away and establish a more empowered sense of self by saying no to relationships that drain your very life force. Can I have an amen? Sometimes people attract drama into their lives to avoid accountability. Enabling this dynamic helps you avoid the responsibility that's required when you have no one else to blame for the conditions of your life. Other people's chaos becomes a smokescreen that muddies the real truth. Deep down, you're afraid of the consequences of taking charge of your life, your own authority. However, all is not lost. You would not be here reading these words if you weren't ready for... However, all is not lost. You would not be here reading these words if you weren't ready and strong enough to make these changes. You are up-leveling your life. Lilith is beside you to lend you the strength and the courage to do the right thing for yourself and others. Excuse me. I believe this is also about what I was saying intuitively to begin with. A lot of what seems to be going on in the world is the illusion of out-of-control chaos. But change is the only thing inevitable. And if you look at it that way, for as much chaos, there is the law of nature. It is matched. Like if you know anything about Mott, the principle of Mott, chaos is balanced with order. Cosmic order. It is. Regardless of whether or not we want to see it. So we can choose to see all of this right now in one way and avoid our own evolution and get all caught up in the crazy of today, or we can choose to focus on what is this time and these lessons and presenting for me. Where is the part in my life where I'm personally having a hard time? Because those are the gifts being presented right now, where you get to say, oh, this is the dynamic I need to change. Maybe this is something I need to get rid of. Maybe I need to revise it. So if you are, if you want to grow, you can choose to pay attention to yourself right now. Okay, our mantra, our universal message says, I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to pull a goddess card for each sign right now. I also didn't even ask you if you have noticed my new hair. Look at that. It's my most favorite ever. Go ahead and comment below about how amazing my hair is. I meant to open up with that, but then I got all into the giving you love and toning you thing. So, hats off to my hair. All right. And then I'm going to pull a goddess card for each sign. For those of you who are joining me for the first time in a reading, I do pull goddess cards for men and women because I believe that we are in beautiful, loving desire, I will say, instead of need, because need would connotate that something's not as it should be. And I, for one, am not the creator of all things, and so therefore, who would I be to say that? How erroneous and arrogant would that be? Tell me, brother, sister. So what I'm going to do is say, I almost lost my train of thought there. Oh my gosh, I totally did lose my train of thought. What am I going to say? I don't even remember. And if I focus on it too much, it'll get worse now. I don't remember. I guess I sidetracked myself. All right. Oh, that's what I was going to say. We're in divine desire, instead of need, of divine feminine balance. We are, I believe, in a system overwrought with damaged sacred masculine. Let's get stronger. Everybody needs to be so tough. Well, I ask you why everybody's so tough. Who home taking care of the babies, making sure that compassion and comfort is equal? You see? So, I think we're in need of some divine feminine balance in our lives and some loving on. So, I pull goddess cards for men and women, and all the fellas that I work with and I read for actually really like them. So, if you're tuning in and you are a man, this card is also for you. Okay? Here we go. By the way, while I'm shuffling, please, if you are interested in recipes, healthy living, family fitness, what else? Self-discovery, meditations, my products. I don't know if you can see those. I can't see what you can see right there. You are welcome to join the Chieftess Living Network. You can join for free. The link is in the description. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called The Chieftess. I didn't put that link. And then you can shop my store, Chieftess �𝐭𝐴𝐿 on Etsy, by going to www.thechieftess.com. All right, reading for Aries. Maya, 3 and 4 is 7. She's upside down. Illusion. So it's a whole lot of focus on the spirit. Oh my goodness, I opened right to the page. Look at that. Wow. The goddess Maya has come to give you some clarity now. Have you been in denial about your life lately? Have you been chasing after an outcome that eludes you? Do you want to believe in something or someone so badly, perhaps drawn by a potential you hope to see come to fruition, that you have lost your way and given your power over to them? Your alignment task now is to summon your courage and to be willing to see things as they really are rather than what you want them to be. Be honest with yourself. The goddess Maya understands the seduction of the illusion of separation. After all, she created the illusion of individual self. Once the illusion has faded, you are free to choose another path, another way, and another people to connect deeply with. This is a wonderful time to do a self-inventory of your life. How you love, what you believe, who you follow, who you choose, why you choose to live the way you do. When the goddess Maya comes to break down illusions and delusions, it is a very auspicious time. Okay. Reading for Taurus. We got butterfingers today. All right, 21, Hestia, also upside down. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 is a catalyst for change. Looks like you're in it to win it, whether you want to be or not, Taurus. Okay. Are you surrounded by clutter in your home or work? Do you have objects or clothes that have negative stories attached to them? Every object holds energy and tells a specific story. The pants that don't fit you shame you. The gift from an ex-partner taunts you with disappointment or resentment. The books you will never read shout at you. Who needs this cacophony? The goddess Hestia, who rules the hearth, offers you this alignment task. Do a thorough house cleaning. Declutter and make space in your environment. Do the same for your mind too. Your mind might be cluttered with old stories that have no value for you now. Walk away from situations you know you don't belong in. Get rid of all of it. When you remove the superfluous distractions, it's amazing how your attentions come together like magic. Make space for the miracles the goddess Hestia has in store for you. Yes, it takes work, but yes, it is worth it. You are worth it, Taurus. All right. We are going to try to hold on to the cards as we read. First, we're going to shuffle. Then we're going to read for Gemini. Ta-da! I said in the beginning, y'all go back and watch the stuff in the beginning because I spoke about this specific solar eclipse and this new moon entering Scorpio. This is a South Node eclipse. So if you are into using astrology for your personal evolution, it's a wonderfully auspicious and wonderfully empowering time to use the energy to help yourself. This is interesting. All these cards are upside down. We have Freya. Number 15, 1 and 6. 6 is all about spiritual balance. It's a circle. She says radical acceptance. Here's what she looks like, Gemini. Okay. Gemini. Failure and disappointment are parts of life that few want to accept. Perhaps a job you want doesn't come through. A lover you thought was the one betrays your hopes and expectations. Or maybe your kids are acting out. Maybe a long-term creative project didn't yield the success you so dearly hoped for. Or perhaps you were hurt by someone for no apparent reason. Goddess of War and Radical Acceptance, Freya, says, have no fear. This is only temporary. Now is not the time to linger in perceptions of low self-worth. Your alignment task is to accept the truth wholeheartedly and to see your situation exactly for what it is. She will bring you to a place of surrender where you have time to heal. Freya knows that you will emerge stronger and wiser. Only good will come out of this. Trust the goddess Freya is watching over you. Remember, she went to collect the fallen on the battlefield. She got you back, Gemini. All right, reading for Cancer. If you would like a personal reading, you can DM me on here or you can message me at chieftessliving@gmail.com. I can give you any kind of reading. I can also read your natal chart. Oh my goodness. All right, Cancer, 47. 4 and 7 is 11. 11, 1 and 1 is 2. 2 is duality and partnership. I'm thinking this is partnership with self. You have Sophia, divine wisdom, also drawn upside down. So we are also working on an alignment message here. Excuse me. Okay. When you are disconnected from your higher power, you begin to believe that you alone are the source of abundance in life. Oh my gosh, this drain, you know? Yes, yes. Okay, it is wise to commit to a conscious and deliberate daily connection to a higher power. Fill your bucket, Cancer. For real though, Cancer, you gotta balance your innards. You're the most sensitive inside in that way. When you forget to do this, when you place too much attention on materialism, work, money, goals, when you forget to do this, you place too much attention on materialism, work, money, goals, and the like. The goddess Sophia reminds you that it's the spiritual aspect and the invisible aspect, the essence of your desires that means more than the form. You may be mistaking something false for divine guidance right now. It's time to come back into alignment and receive true divine guidance, divested from wishful thinking or ego attachments. Opening to the wisdom of the mystery of the universe is your alignment task now. Let the goddess Sophia guide you to your magic. The most meaningful and beautiful expression of yourself is waiting for you. My intuition is also telling me that for whatever the Cancer recently diagnosed with a breast cancer diagnosis is experiencing a lack of receiving. If there is no daily, deliberate, conscious connection with higher power and self, the body suffers, specifically the breasts will manifest that dis-ease and the lack of balance and love. We have to let others love on us. We can't even just love on others. It makes for an incomplete circuit, an incomplete loop. Know what I'm saying? Reading for Leo. Leo. Thank goodness you're right side up. We need your heart. We need your courage. We need your creativity, Bridget. Creativity spark. Hallelujah. Everybody upside down. There's a whole lot of people in there. Just stand by. Okay. Bridget, creative spark. Reading for Leo. Inspiration and imagination are yours to play with right now. But remember. It's about you. It's about you. Oh, by the way. Yes. Yes, because how do you say, I don't want to say the brunt of, but like the sign that is receiving the most molding and pliability from all of the astrological movings right now, even though we're all growing, would be the Leo. So inspiration and imagination are yours to play with right now. You effortlessly connect to your inner creative spark and make meaningful and beautiful experiences for yourself and others. Take advantage of this fruitful time. When you are so in tune, it's like taking a magical trip to the land of the fairy, where all that glitters really is gold, and your life seems like a grand artistic gesture. The fairy Celtic goddess of creativity calls you to play in her artistry of life, your work, and your loves. Bridget is whispering her sparkling music deep in your soul. Are you listening? Go play, Leo. Go have fun. Go rejoice. Leo is the sign that has to be the most courageous and roar that mighty roar on stage. It is essential for Leo to be able to judge the character of, read the tempo of the room, read the audience, because his well-being comes down to his performance and presentation of self on the stage. He has to be so brave. Okay, so we did Leo. We are on to Virgo. Three and 9 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Catalyst for change. I think you say this minx. Secret. But she was upside down. Okay? So. Virgo, the goddess of the night, mystery and secrets, Nyx, asks you to ask yourself a deep question about denial. What secret have you been keeping from yourself? Could you be remaining in a relationship that isn't working for you because you won't address the fear of what will happen if you leave it or do things differently? Could the relationship be yourself? That's what I'm thinking. Have you been afraid to ask for what you need from yourself? Are you in an addictive spiral thinking one more bite of food or one more glass of wine will make you feel better? Whatever it is that you are refusing to face, the goddess Nyx promises if you do, you will be amazed at the beauty of your liberation and power. She offers you this alignment task for you to engage in rigorous self-honesty and self-evaluation, coupled with a fierce self-love and commitment to growth. Be optimistic, because the moment you are willing to name your unease, you claim your inner peace, your strength, and your hope. You can do it. Virgo, remember that this does not just say evaluate and beat yourself up. It says rigorous self-honesty and self-evaluation coupled with fierce self-love and commitment to growth. So that's audaciously making yourself the priority there, Virgo, which is just essential right now. South Node eclipses are getting rid of what no longer works. In Vedic astrology, it is Rahu and Ketu. They are the head and the butt of a dragon. Libra. 49. 9 and 4 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. So we're talking about manifestation here. Excuse me, Libra. And you have Uzume. And she is all about humor. Can you see that? These cards are really pretty. I need to just be able to show them to you better. But like I said, this is the first time I've tried to set up here. I got a glare behind me too. I'll figure it out though. I also do better to do in the daylight because these lights bug out my eyes. Because they're very bright. The truth is, I like to be the brightest thing and not have a damn thing rivaling my brightness. Okay? It's just all about me. Anyway, she was upside down. Yes. Okay. Libra. Have you been taking yourself and your life too seriously lately? Has life become a burden? Do you feel indentured to a project or person and the heaviness of it all makes it difficult to believe there could be relief? Well, the laughing goddess Uzume has arrived to let you know to stop right now and be playful. That's all this card is about. And this is the whole theme of our reading today, okay? Look for the funny, ridiculous, and foolish in the world. I love it. It's time for some comedy. Be like a child today. That's the whole thing that's right here. Finger paint. Call your funniest friends and do laughing yoga. Brilliant idea. I love it. Have a giggle fest. The goddess Uzume reminds you that when you get too serious, she will help you laugh. This is the right way to balance all the hard work you've been doing lately. You are so loved. That's the reading for Virgo. All right, we're moving on to Scorpio. Reading for Scorpio. Scorpio, it's your birthday month, you freaks. I was speaking with a woman today about her daughter, and her daughter is very independent. And I would say beautifully aware of the authority in her boundaries. It's just gorgeous. And it's a lot for others around her. And I thought, well, sounds about right on time for a Scorpio. Because y'all are here to see the real, to feel the feels, in the most authentic, primal, raw form. Absolutely. And it'll straight up just be too much for most others. So, but that's what you're here for. And you know what? Each sign, each soul has its own divine measure and contribution, thank goodness, and no two are the same. You have Esther, new beginnings, 13, 1 and 3 together make 4. You're focused on manifestation and balance. And she's right side up, Scorpio. Get it? So, hope and new life are blossoming everywhere in your life right now. Amen. And this is something to celebrate. The Germanic goddess Esther sings to you and assures you that your attentions have lain dormant long enough. When she appears bearing the fertile power behind the coming of spring, you may feel a surge of energy to implement your new ideas. You feel strong and capable of accomplishing so much in this time as a sense of newness permeates your life. Fresh opportunities come out of nowhere and seemingly drop into your lap. You feel a readiness as you are truly poised for success in whatever interests you. Allow for new experiences to be what they are by adopting beginner's mind. I love that sentence. You remain open to what life has to offer you, and you will be glad you did. Enjoy this wonderful time of new beginnings and welcome the gifts that Goddess Esther has in store for you. Beginner's mind, Scorpio. Beginner's mind with your new moon and your solar eclipse. So also, in case you guys didn't know this, when you have the eclipse season is in this, well, depending on where you live, in the United States it's in the summer. And of course, as everything changes and moves around, the sign that the eclipse is in, the sign that the eclipses are in change. So those aspected primarily by the eclipse also change. Everyone will be affected by all of the eclipse energies. But those who are Scorpios are straight up purging the old and beginning new right now. Capricorn's doing the same thing. with Pluto coming direct and Saturn coming direct, it's a whole lot of like hardcore reboot. Yo, this shit's not working anymore type change. Do you know what I mean? That's what's up. And that's what's up in Capricorn, because all these Pluto and Saturn are in Capricorn. And those are the massive systems. Those are the government, the systems of control, the financial systems. So these changes are felt by everybody. They're massive structural changes. And so we're all feeling a little bit like, whoa, 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 whoa. New system, new way of thinking, new way of believing. What we've been doing is not working. You know, the writing's on the wall. Reading for Sagittarius. I feel like I need some nice music in the background. What should I listen to? Sag. Also Sag rising. And I do the reading also for your rising sign. I didn't say that to begin with. You have Iris, communications, number 22. 2 and 2 together is 4. And then it's all about manifestations and balance. The bringing the ethereal, the spiritual into the material world. Clarity in communications is called for, as your words will have great impact on others right now. It is a wonderful time to start writing that book, telling new stories, and sharing your experience, strength, and hope with others. You have everyone's ear. So choose your message wisely. Others will also desire positive and fruitful communication with you. So get ready for some amazing new opportunities to come from these discussions. Just remember to stay open and to be clear about expressing your deepest desires, always speaking with integrity, kindness, and respect for yourself and others. The Greek messenger goddess Iris is thrilled to help your words take flight. Communication improves in all your relationships when she comes to visit. Most important, however, Iris reminds you of the communication you have with the universe itself. You are in a mutual dialogue, and now is the time to pay attention to the signs and the omens in your life. Trust this important yet subtle communication. It will never lead you astray when you listen and act accordingly. Sagittarius is the dun 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 dun. I'm going to think it first. I'm going to do it, even if no one's ever done it before. And every bit of evidence says that I'll never accomplish it. Watch me. So it's super important, since you are that sign for the collective, for you to pay attention to the signs in the omen right now, and to have the dialogue with the universe that nurtures yourself. To be creative. If you don't take the time to be creative within your own self first, you can't bring it for the collective. You can't give anybody else what you don't have. Okay? And don't nobody want your sloppy seconds. So take your sweet butt and get filled up. That's what's up. Alright? Reading for Capricorn. Alrighty. Let me see here. My hair is getting heavy. Whoops. Alright, Capricorn. Upside down, number 7, you have Bronwyn for forgiveness. She is also pretty. She's upside down, so Capricorn, we have an alignment message that says, sometimes we unintentionally cause hurt or pain to others. Sometimes our motive really is to hurt. Now is the time for self-inventory and making amends. Your alignment task is to be 100% accountable for your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, motives, and actions. You are not doing this, however, to experience forgiveness from someone else or even from yourself. It's to have the strength and fortitude to be accountable and to take responsibility for your actions. In this way, neither guilt nor shame can take root in your heart. You stand empowered and humble with your head high no matter the consequences. You will always be the beneficiary of such an act. The goddess Bronwyn says deep healing comes from this kind of courage and respect. So, most of you know Capricorn as the goat, right? The highest evolution of Capricorn is the unicorn. So the goat keeps climbing and it becomes the unicorn and it gets to the top of the mountain by itself. It's extremely important that that being cannot get there with the shame and the guilt in their heart. It will clog their sacral chakra, and they will never be able to get there. I was going to say something else about that, and I just lost it. Oh, and I was going to say, and this is the time for Capricorn to let go of that shame and those self-worth issues that we have been experiencing for a long time. I say we because I am a Capricorn. We've had Saturn in our second house. It's one of the roughest transits. You just hate everything about yourself. Nothing is good enough. You feel like a loser. You feel like you don't look good. Your self-worth just gets pummeled. So for the Capricorn right now, with Pluto coming direct and Saturn coming direct, and Saturn will be leaving the second house when we're done with this transit, it's time to let go of that. And the thing is, you don't have to really believe you're something different. You just have to decide not to think that mess that makes you unhappy anymore. You might not even have what you want to think yet, but you know what you don't want to think, right? Reading for Aquarius. I have no idea. We're going to say her name is Ain. It says adaptability, number 1, but she's upside down. There we go. Okay. So, 1, ultimate connection and alignment. Sometimes you find yourself unable to respond to life's challenges because you're holding on too tightly to an image of how things should be. It's hard to adapt to changing circumstances when you are so connected to familiar conditions or an old identity. Or you may be too attached to the form of your desired outcome, and when things go in a different direction, you resist. Have no fear. Instead, love these changes. Be open and curious. Call on the goddess Ain. I wish I knew how to say her name. To embody her power. Remember, she could effortlessly shift from one form to another and move between worlds without consequence. Trust that whatever you're bumping up against will dissolve through your willingness to simply be with what is and allow the magic to reveal itself. A lot of reshaping for Aquarius, because you are on the precipice of Pluto moving into your sign, which means that your soul has already started to do massive realignment in your belief systems. That might look like a shit show. When Pluto was preparing to come into my sign, I was getting sober. So it looked like everything was horrible. Like I was getting arrested and locked up and in fights and busting up my body, busting up others. It looked really out of control, but I see now that those things were the death of beliefs and behaviors that were not serving me or anyone else. So it is a reframe. If your ass is on fire right now, let that shit go. It's on fire for a reason. And if you're an Aquarius, well, saddle up, Buttercup, because Pluto going to hang out for a minute. You're going to be a whole new person. You'll be 18 people. That's why I've been 18 people in the last 14 years. I'm kind of settling on one personality right now. I'm kind of trying to adopt one persona and stick with it. But that's what Pluto will do to you. Make you die and rebirth in an evolutionary way if you allow yourself. And why not? My mentor for 11 years, my Bill, all y'all who've been with me have heard about my Bill. He used to say to me, Heather, you bought the ticket. Take the ride. So I love that. And I do try to take the ride. So Aquarius, take the ride today. It hurts less if you take the ride willingly. We are reading now for Pisces. Hestia, home, again, 2 and 1 upside down. So, number 3, catalyst for change for Pisces, an alignment message. It opened right through it. Trips me out when it does look like that. Are you surrounded by clutter in your home or work, Pisces? Do you have objects or clothes that have negative stories attached to them? Every object holds energies and tells a specific story. The pants that don't fit shame you. The gift from an ex-partner taunts you with disappointment or resentment. The books you will never read shout at you. Who needs that cacophony? The goddess Hestia, who rules the hearth, offers you this alignment task. Do a thorough house cleaning. Declutter and make space in your environment. Do the same for your mind too. Your mind might be cluttered with old stories that have no value for you now. Walk away from situations you don't belong in. Get rid of all of it. When you remove the superfluous distractions, it's amazing how your intentions come together like magic. Make space for the miracles and Goddess Hestia has in store for you. Yes, it takes work, but it's worth it. I also wanted to say on this particular reading, if you are having a hard time with like your organization and your schedule, you can organize your closet. Did you know that? If you are feeling like your relationship is cluttered or inflamed and you have a partner, you can declutter your room. You can put a plant in your room. You can do things to make the energy flow more smoothly in your room, and it will affect your relationship. If you are single and you are wanting to attract a partner, you can treat yourself like you want in that room as if you had a partner there. You can act as if. The thing that you're doing then is you're actually signaling through your thought process and your behavior, you're telling the universe what you want. And so when we take physical measures and steps and it affects our energy, the first thing we notice is maybe we feel a little more calm, or we feel a little less cluttered. But then once you begin to consciously pay attention to how your energy affects what's going on in your life, you notice that situations present themselves. When you focus on meeting this person and having a business exchange with them and it goes well and they love your stuff and you love their stuff, you bump into that person. They send you a Facebook request, and that's how it works. So you can take measures in your physical life to be a catalyst for change. You can take measures in your physical life to be a catalyst for change in your spiritual life, which will go physical, spiritual, physical, or on your side, blah, blah, blah. It'll go like that. You'll take a measure, you'll do something in your house, and then it'll make you feel some type of way. And because it makes you feel some type of way, it puts you in a different vibration that makes you think of more things that type of way, which cause you to attract more of those things. So that's how you do it. And I'm really glad that presented. What a beautiful way to come full circle. Again, if you're just joining me, go to the beginning and watch the beginning of this reading, because this is all about the solar eclipse and new moon in Scorpio. And so the energies are here. The way I tell people is when the energies are presented, if you can consciously use them, you can manifest your highest good much more effectively. It's kind of like, would you go ask your mom to use the car keys when she just got home, had a really crappy day, and is stressed out about 5 things? No, that's not a good time. You know when is a good time to ask your parents for whatever, right? It's just like that. The energies are being presented, so it's a good time to go do this. It's a good time to choose to see things in a way that is more beneficial, to choose to take action that empowers your life, that makes you more healthy, that makes you more happy, and to let go of the thoughts that lead to beliefs, that lead to behaviors that make you feel cruddy about who you are and what's going on around you. Because all of that is just caca, because you're a beautiful child of God, just like I am, and the world is a safe and fun place for you today. Yes! Say it out loud and write it down, Charlie Brown, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know what you can see on here. I have new products. I am so stinking excited. For those of you who shop with me regularly, you'll be getting the pre-list sale before I list them on my website. I run a huge sale. I have whipped body butter. This is so amazing. I have deodorant. Look at that. I'll show you these all in another time. I have the regular soaps, Luscious Body Balm, I have a brand new scent. This is called Holiday Home, and it smells like fruitcake cooking and cider stewing and Santa on his way. I am not playing. This is so yummy, homie. I told my family I really need to video their reactions when I create a new scent and I say, what do you think about this? And they're like, oh my God. And I put this in my hair recently, and now everyone wants to snuggle me. So Holiday Home can be a body barrier oil. This is Holiday Home body barrier oil. That's what I did. I put it in my hair and I put it in my body oil. I absolutely love it. It's just, it smells exactly like that. Like you've got a fruitcake in the oven and fresh cider on the counter and you're ready for the holidays. It's just super homey. I love, all my products are made with essential oils, so there's no fragrance. When you guys burn anything with fragrance or use anything with fragrance and it gets on your skin, it comes straight through your skin and it poisons your endocrine system. It affects your hormones and it creates imbalance in all of your systems. So fragrance is not your friend. So I create no fragrance fragrances. And then all of my products are charged with bioscalar energy. So with each use of any of these products, your body becomes immune from Wi-Fi, cell phone, and ELF wave exposure for 2.5 days per application. The only reason it's only 2.5 days is because you have cellular and water turnaround in your body. Just like alcohol only stays in your system for 2.5 days, the water replenishes, and we're charging the water in your body with the water in my products that is coated with scalar energy that feeds your cells. How beautiful, right? When I first started to really understand the profundity of the law of attraction universe and that I could not go outside and tear down all of those towers being built and I could not change the ways that some others wanted to live, I remembered that I live in the most bioconductive, super attractive, highly expansive vessel on Earth. And I can evolve my own biology so that I get to choose the way I live in my own free will. Oh my goodness, say it's not so. It is. You can shop my products by going to www.thechieftess.com. I am creating holiday gift baskets. You can pretty much have whatever you want in whatever scent, since I'm busy making things right now. Send me a message if you have any questions. If you want to be on my pre-list sale, also send me a message. You're going to save a ton of money and you're going to love what you get. If you want a reading, send me a message or email me. And then y'all come join the Chieftess Living Network. It's totally free. You can sign up. We're figuring out how to do the check-ins and more of the interaction, but you're going to have recipes on there, self-discovery, there's readings, there's meditation. The app, excuse me, the app, it will tell you if there's anyone else in the tribe that lives near you. So as we move forward, we will be able to make get-togethers and you'll be able to see who's in your area by simply logging on. You can click the link in the description. Once it gets there, you'll bring something up that says Mighty Network. Scroll down, access Chieftess Living, and then just start moving around in there. There's all kinds of topics and there's all kinds of love. My whole family is in there. I'm so stinking excited about this. I have been a trainer and nutritionist for 27 years. I have worked with every specialized population you can possibly imagine. The most gifted and talented athletes in the world, and then a whole lot of everyday folk. So what I have really decided is that that's all gravy and that's all cool, but what's really, really needed is some balance in the family, and some back to basics fitness and nutrition and mindful living. So that's what we're doing in there so we can be who we want to be. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you so big. And please comment below with absolutely anything. And then go do all those things I told you to do. Like click, follow, love, buy, say, wow, her hair is amazing. Okay? All right, because it's all about me. I have to sit up here and turn this thing off now, I think. Okay. Thank you for joining me. I love you.